Please ignore this hat. I just like this hat. Yippee-yo, it's Missy! Happy 4th day of Vedij and happy 4th of July! Woo! So for the past year, I have been going through an animal phase. I don't know if it's a phase. I've only adopted 3 animals because of my animal phase, but I still love them. The very first animal that I ever was obsessed with was hamsters. And if you don't know, there's a huge hamster community on YouTube, and I became addicted to all animal videos. There are a lot of misconceptions about hamster care, and I decided that today, for today's Vedij, I would explain how to take care of a hamster if you're thinking of getting one. I'm going to split this video up into a few sections. There's housing, diet, wheels and chews, and some other tips and tricks. So to start off, housing. So when you're choosing a cage for your hamster, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. They burrow in the wild, so they're used to having these huge tunnels to run around in, so they need a lot of space. 360 square inches of floor space is recommended. There are a lot of other sources that say 450 square inches, so I'd say choose either of them. Definitely go big if you're able. 360 square inches is the minimum, so do not go anything lower than that. 360 square inches is about a 20-gallon long tank. A tank with 450 square inches of floor space is about a 40-gallon tank. A 40-gallon breeder would be really recommended. I'm pretty sure it's just 40-gallon breeder. Another huge thing that people get wrong is that hamsters don't usually live together. You cannot have Syrians together. Syrians look like this. After about 6 or 7 weeks together, they will start to fight territorially. Some fight even to the death, mostly to the death. You can try having 2 or 3 dwarf hamsters live together. It have to be the same species of dwarf too. There's no guaranteeing that they'll live together in harmony. When you're putting together your hamster's cage, have at least 5 to 12 inches of bedding because they are burrowers, like I said before. Also, when you're putting your hamster's cage together, make sure they have a place to hide. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. This is for reptiles, but you just have to have a place for them to hide. They're very meek little creatures and they want to hide. Again, make sure you have a secure lid and then their house is good to go after you add a few more things. So, next topic, wheels and chews. So, if you don't know, hamsters run up to 2 miles every night in the wild. I'm pretty sure it's more. They are used to running a lot, and they have loads of energy that they always burn off during the night when they're running around. It is mandatory, and I mean mandatory, that you give your hamster a wheel. For Syrians, you usually need an 8 to 12 inch wheel. For any of the dwarf hamsters, I'm pretty sure it's a 6.5 inch wheel as the minimum. The only thing that people really mess up about wheels is that they're too small, so just make sure the wheel is big enough and you'll have a very happy hamster. I forgot to mention how to tell if your wheel is too small. So if your hamster's back is not straight while it's running in it, then it's too small and it's going to shape their spines in that way because they run on their wheel so much. That's a very bad thing. Don't do that. That's how you tell if your wheel is too small. Another important thing for your hamsters to have in their cage is chews. Hamsters' teeth are constantly growing and they need something to wear their teeth down so they don't grow so much that they can't even eat, which happens. Wood chews are the standard. They're just what I use for my hamster are these little sticks. They're just apple wood sticks. You can get them at any pet store, I swear. There are other things that I've seen where people put wood blocks or other things. Just experiment. Get a lot of chews for your hamster and see which ones they like. Another thing your hamster will obviously need is a diet. I know that hamsters need a percentage amount of certain things like 16% protein or something like that and 30% sugar or something like that. I just simply stuck to getting oxbow pellets for mine. Just don't strictly feed your hamster pellets. I mixed oxbow pellets with Vitacraft VitaSmart hamster food. Usually you want hamsters to have a mix of seed mix and pellets. I definitely recommend oxbow pellets, and I'm pretty sure you can get them everywhere in the world. There are a lot of other great videos on diet. I'm not 100% confident about my knowledge in diet, but I definitely recommend looking up other videos about diet. Your hamster also needs water to survive. I'm sure you've all seen these things before. You just fill it up and your hamster will have water. This is some other advice that I have, or tips and tricks as I said it was. Clean your hamster's cage every month. Take out half the bedding and replace it with fresh new bedding and mix it together with the other half that you kept in. Also, There are a lot of dangerous things you can do to hamsters. Do not get this like cotton bedding. I think it's called like Sleepy Night or like Night. It's Night something. And it's sold in so many pet stores, and they're absolutely horrible. And if they eat it, it clogs their digestive system and kills them. It breaks their limbs. It gets tangled everywhere. Just don't get it. It's horrible for hamster. Also, don't pick your hamster up that often before you've tamed it. They're really shy and really meek. Having you randomly pick them up from the sky is not going to make them like you any more than they already do. And I could make an entire video just on taming alone, but I can try to condense it into just a tiny thing. To get your hamster to trust you, just like start trying to like give them treats, which I use sunflower seeds. Once he got comfortable with that, then I would have him like get into my hand to get the treats. Slowly but surely, I would just start picking him up as I gave him the treats. Just take it slow because they're very scared creatures. So that was my video on hamstering. Subscribe if you wanna. Check out my other videos and stay cool. Happy Vedij! Goodbye!